First into the Save Well, Spend Better hub, lovebirds Millie and Ryan.
I didn't know if I was ever really going to find what people say is the one and that, but I actually think I have. I love her to bits.
Ryan is caring. That's sort of what drew me to him in the first place.
Millie and Ryan really want to get a place together, but with no savings and mounting debt, it's just impossible.
We're staying in a crowded house at the moment with my parents. We're basically living in a room, one bedroom.
Our relationship is really good. We're in a really good place. Although, because we're staying in, like, one space, sometimes we get on each other's nerves a bit, more me than him.
Having our own place would stop little arguments and things like this. It'd be brilliant, to be honest.
If things don't change, and if we can't get our head around money, I'm not really sure what will happen.
It's up to Anna and Emmanuel to figure out how to get this couple into a place of their own before Millie and Ryan's relationship reaches breaking point.
What can we do for you today?
So,
yeah, so we both sort of end every payday with no money left.
So we'd like to save up, move out.
Yeah, that's the big one for me, is I want us to get our own place.
Yeah, definitely.
And get out of my mum and dad's house.
OK, OK.
There's like 7 people, including myself. So it's a 4-bedroom house. It's not really enough room for everyone. And I feel guilty because if we weren't there...
My parents would have a room, basically.
His parents could have their room back.
Because 2 of my siblings have got autism as well, so everyone sort of needs their own space.
So we'll start with you, Ryan. How much do you earn a month?
Monthly, I earn about £1,300.
OK.
And that just goes on anything, really.
Yeah. Millie, talk to me about how much you earn and then where you're spending it at the moment.
The average, I'd say, sort of similar to Ryan, so about 1,300.
To be honest, sometimes I have to help Millie out as well at the end of the month.
Yeah.
But I never usually have a lot left.
And what do you think about that? Because you earn pretty much the same, so...
I don't know, it has caused little arguments, hasn't it?
But I don't know where it... I can't seem to figure out...
Yeah, so I think it's like, with... Yeah, it's little things, like, he was looking at buying, I can't remember what it was, but something for 70 quid. He's like, it's all right, I've got 120 quid left for the week.
Anything else, like gaming subscriptions, anything like that?
I have to pay for my online gaming.
How much is that?
I wouldn't like to know how much I've spent on that, because it's sort of like, tenner here.
We'll look at that.
We're going to look at that.
I know we're smiling and laughing, but obviously, in your situation, earning between you $2,600 a month, for you to be here saying that you can't afford to get your own place, when people maybe have £1,000 and they're able to pay rent and look after a family, and you've only got the 2 of you.
You guys are, well, I mean, it's in a nice way when I say you're not unique, as in living with parents, wanting to get out and find your own place. Yeah. It's more and more difficult now for that to happen. 100%. But there are absolutely ways for that to happen, OK. The problem is, this is what I think is going on with you two. That is your bank account every time you get paid, literally seeping through your fingers.
On Millie and Ryan's income, renting is the logical next step, and for many young couples, it's the only path to a place of their own too, with 70% of young people in Britain thinking that buying a first home is impossible.
But there are ways to achieve it. Open what is called a Lifetime ISA. This is a tax-free investment account designed to help anyone between 18 and 39 save faster for specific things like getting on the property ladder. And there's free money attached. You can deposit £4,000 maximum a year until you turn 50, and the government puts in an additional 25% on top. That's £1,000 a year. But keep in mind, you can only withdraw the money for limited purposes, such as to buy your first home or when you turn 60.
Listen, guys, cards on the table. If you're still staying in your parents' house, in that 1 bedroom, will you still be together in a year's time?
In a year?
I would like to think so.
Yeah, I think so. Longer than that, I don't know, because, I mean, we've spoke about having children and stuff like this, but we can't do that in my parents' house.
No.
So I think eventually it would lead to, the worst case scenario of us breaking up. because there just wouldn't be a future to have.
We're going to go off.
Yeah, we're going to crunch some numbers. We'll speak to the others. Thank you for being so honest.
Thank you so much.
And we will be back shortly with what we hope will be a bit of an action plan.
How much on games?
A lot. Probably 100 a month.
Are you joking?
It's probably close to that. Probably 50, 60.
How you feeling?
All right.
A little nervous?
Yeah.
All right, so we've done the numbers and looked through stuff. In regards to how much debt you have, combined, we're talking about over 20,000.
That's a lot of money.
And 16,000 of it is your car loans. How do you feel about that?
Not great.
Yeah. So in regards to spending, when we've looked at the accounts, it's a lot of spending on things that are going to have to stop. I think we worked it out, it was like over £10 a day that you were spending just buying little purchases at work. And this is why at the end of the month, you're like, where's my money gone?
Then this is what we call unconscious spending.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is where everything starts to mount up. Oh, I want a coffee, beep. I want this, beep.
I mean, Ryan, we looked at the PlayStation. We're looking at about £70 a month on average, and some months are more than that. That's over £800 a year.
On a 50 quid game.
So...
How much do you love gaming?
Not that much.
Not that much. We do have to put you on a budget, and we're going to have to cut your spending down quite drastically.
Yeah.
Millie and Ryan have taken out finance on 2 separate cars, and that amounts to £16,000 of debt. If they share the car instead of having one each, they'll save a not insubstantial £500 a month.
How does that sound?
Me personally, I don't really mind having to walk to work, so I know I could probably do it. I think I just need to just be like, this is so that I can move out. Yeah.
But I want you guys to start having regular meetings, couples meetings. Might sound really unsexy, but believe me, they work, okay? So I want you to sit down every week and talk about your financial situation. Where are we in relation to our goal? Celebrate when you've paid off a bit more debt. Enjoy that feeling, okay? Celebrate it.
Hopefully, we're looking at 6 months, and you should have enough money to then be able to get your place.
That would absolutely fly by.
And to hear that we could potentially
Be moving out.
in 6 months' time, that's amazing.
That's like major moves.
Millie and Ryan were recommended a 6-month saving plan that included losing 1 car and being more mindful of how contactless payments fast add up. So, are they prepared to make compromises now for the sake of their future?
I think today could have changed our lives amazingly, like literally life-changing.
I'm making you do this.
Eh? You're making me do this?
Yeah, you're the one that made me come along today.
I know.
I'm going to make you stick to this.
It's like a real eye-opener as to, you know, what changes we can make to then have a place of our own.
Having us get our own place would mean that my mum and dad can take their bedroom back. I mean, it doesn't just change our lives, it changes people around us.
You look like you're about to cry. Are you not? Oh, sorry.